What's up, guys? It's B. Watsky from the Cardfight Bros, coming at you with another deck profile. It's actually a redo because the original deck profile of this, my Revenger deck, was in pretty low quality, so I'm trying to make another one for you guys so you can actually see the cards. Alright, anyways, let's get right into it. For the starter, I run Judge Bow Revenger. I think this is the starter that everyone should run if they're using a Revenger deck. The new Shark Knight David is good, but it can't be sacked with Abyss's effect. I'd rather have most of the cards to be in this deck to be Revenger. There's only a couple that aren't, so yeah, run this card, it's super good. Yep. For the grade 3s, we got 4 Mordred Phantoms. Just a actual really good card. It's still viable, even though it's a break ride with limit break. You can sit on this and just stride if you get more of them in your hand, and it's just a super good card once you break right over it with Abyss. That turn's just stupid, so around him he's good. And then I have 4 of the actual boss monster, Phantom Blaster Abyss. So this card is ridiculous. The plays. It's a restanding Legion, so it's just good in and of itself, and with all the different cards that you have in this deck for the support wise, it just makes it very, very consistent in terms of restanding. And then for grade 2s, we run 4 of Blaster Dark Revenger Abyss. Card very essential to the deck in terms of being the Legion mate, and just because of his Boss 1 effect. When it's placed on rear guard, you can snipe off any of your opponent's grade 0s or 1s. So those annoying starters that you don't like, you can just snipe them off really quick. So that's what I use him for. I use it almost every game, call it to rear guard. And then I run 4 Blaster Dark Revenger. Just a very good card for the sole purpose of unflipping damage when used in conjunction with Dorant. It's very strong. If you only had 1 damage unflip in your damage zone, you can use him in conjunction with Dorant, get another one unflipped, and then you can Legion again, counterblast to restand. It's stupid. The amount of stuff that you can do with this deck is so good. And then I run 3 of Macart. As I said in the original one, which I probably am going to take down since it's in bad quality, but I was running this guy, Ternan, but he's very situational, and he uses a counterblast, which I don't like very much because I like to use the counterblast on other things. So this card is not as good as I expected it to be. It's only good for like very late game slash when your opponent has a lot of, maybe like 4 or 5 damage and not as many rear guards. But later game, most people will have some setup. This might be good against mirror matches, but that's about it. I like Macart because he's a free cost and you get a free card, grade 1. So you can just use him to provide fodder for your Abyss. So I don't know. I just think he's better. And then for grade 1s, I run 4 Dorant, because you use him in conjunction with Blaster Dark Revenger. Unflip damage, you call him first, then you call Blaster Dark, and then boom, unflip. I don't really use Blaster Dark's effect actually, because it's Counter Blast 2 and that's pretty hefty, but I do use it just for the unflip. And then I run 4 of Karma Collector, the unflipping Perfect Guard, because I'm never going to call the Perfect Guard to rear guard. I know some people are saying that they do call the Perfect Guard, so they need to have the Revenger one, but I'm not going to, so I'm going to run him. and this deck is Counterblast heavy, so I need to unflip. And then I run 4 of Masquerade. I still really like the 10k attackers. It's very helpful, and since I have 4, I can just call him with Mordred's skill, or anything really, and just use him as fodder for Abyss. And then I run 2 Swordbreaker because it's a dumb card. On Judge Bow, you can either call 2 of these and draw 2, or you can call 1 and something else, but either way, it's a Soul Blast 1 draw, and in this deck, it's a lot better than some other decks, so that's why I run that. Next for triggers, it's pretty standard for Shadows. It's just 8 crit, and then 4 draw. I don't run Howl Owl because I like to have all Revenger triggers, and then yeah, 4 heal. And then for the G zone, I run 2 Aura Geyser Dragon. It's a really good card. I wouldn't run 4 because I wouldn't use it more than once because it uses a Counterblast. And a Soul Blast as well, and you want to save some Soul Blast for Swordbreaker, so I would only use this once, which means you need 2 at least because it unflips himself. So he's a really good card though. If you're running low on cards in your hand, just stride on top of him and then use his skill. Then you get the 2 cards that you reveal plus drive check 3, and you might get a draw trigger too, so then you can just fill up your hand really easily with him. He's super good. I run 1 Grim Recruiter. He's super dumb on your Judge Bow turn. You can fill up your field basically, so he's really good. I run 1 Madu just for when I'm Legion. I can use this if I want a grade 3 back in my hand. If I have like another Abyss and I'm planning on going into it again and riding into it again, then I'll use this, because then I can get Abyss back from the drop zone, ride it next turn, and then use his skill again if I have enough Counterblast. And then, of course, we run 4 of Phantom Blaster Diablo. Such a dumb card. It's just stupid. You can wait out your opponent, or if you're doing a mirror match, or if you're against Murakumo, which sends their whole field back, then you can just do this and then boom, they're gone. So I love Diablo. He's too good. But anyways, that wraps up deck profile here, and hope you guys enjoyed the better quality on this one. I know I do. And don't forget to leave some comments down below. Let us know what decks you want to see, what gameplays you want to see in the future. I have quite a few decks. There's some that I took apart that I can make again too, so yeah, just let us know. We're happy to hear your feedback. Alright, thanks guys.